Hey everyone, welcome to History Saver 1941. And in this episode, we're in Virginia City, Nevada. And I'm hoping I don't die. To History Saver 1941, and today we are somewhere I have never been. We are in the Old West. We are in Nevada, and well, I'm about to poop my pants because I just had to traverse this and I'm still not done. We are headed to Virginia City, Nevada, one of the most historic places in America when it comes to the Wild West and gold mining and the gold rush. Virginia City, Nevada is notorious during that time frame in the late 1800s, 1860s, to be exact. So, let me tell you what, coming up, this thing right here has been a chore, and I must be absolutely crazy. I haven't seen mountains like this since I was in the Virgin Islands. But what we do have behind us is some cool history. So today we're going to take you through Virginia City, Nevada, and we're going to talk a little bit about my favorite period, the Old West. So we're at a turnoff here in Virginia City, Nevada, or actually headed up the mountain to Virginia City. And it's absolutely beautiful here, guys. I mean, just take a look at this. The Sierra Nevada mountains, Lake Tahoe in the distance. Man, is this gorgeous or what? Very scary to come up this, and we're still not at the top. But if you look around here, you could just tell. You could literally see every Old West movie that you have ever seen. Clint Eastwood, John Wayne, Robert Duvall, all these guys who are notorious. Kit Carson. I mean, just the movie legends, the Old West legends. I mean, everything just kind of comes to life right here. It's pretty cool to see. So, what we are looking at is one of the most famous portions here leading to Virginia City. Hopefully you can hear me okay with all the cars behind me, but this is the old Geyser Grade. And again below is the old Geyser Grade Road, constructed by Dr. Davison M. Geyser and John H. Tilton in 1862 during the height of the American Civil War. This old toll road was the most direct connection between the Comstock Lode and the Truckee Meadows until replaced by the present New Deal era highway in 1936. Concourse stages, mud wagons, and 10-mule freighters carry thousands of passengers and millions of dollars in precious cargo across this section of the Virginia Range. There are many stories of unpredictable winds, snows, landslides, and the everlasting danger of lurking highwaymen involving this stretch of road. Dead Man's Point and Robber's Roost, two of the most famous features on this road, can be seen from this marker. So you can see portions of the old road through there, and then Dead Man's Point. And when you talk about the Old West, robbing stagecoaches, getting precious loot off of stagecoaches, this is where it all happened. Alright guys, so here we are, Virginia City, Nevada, the richest place on earth. Why? Because this is the place where silver is plentiful and also gold. And this is where history was made. One of America's oldest surviving western towns is fully intact. And I always wanted to see this place. Seen it on westerns since I was a kid, depicted in movies and TV shows and on documentaries, and today we're here. So what do you say? Let's go explore Virginia City, Nevada, the richest place on earth. So we're definitely not Alabama anymore. It's somewhere I never thought I would ever see. This is Virginia City, Nevada. As I've said probably now 7 times. Just trying to grasp the concept, but I'm actually here. And as you pull into Virginia City, well, they've got all of this cool stuff. Well, you can't really see it from here. There we go. All this cool stuff you see behind me, kind of. And we're going to take a look at some of it. We're going to go through Virginia City, take a look at some things. I'm not going in depth because I don't know what a lot of this stuff is myself, but I want to show it to you guys. I want to see some stuff for myself. So let's take a look at some. So right here, this was in mind. So pretty cool. It says it has a depth of 1,000 feet, sustaining the 1,400 pounds. Pretty cool. And then they've got C. Burnett, and it says Angela Myers environment and administrative brutally murdered January 20th, 1867. Huh. And you can pause that and read it if you would like, but I'm not going to read everything. But apparently she was murdered here. And then you have this head frame camshaft attached to the head frames where it could be powered by water. And when it rotated tapelets connected each stamp within the battery box in the sequence evenly. Pretty cool. Something used for mining. And then right here is a very neat battery box. To be crushed, enter the battery box via the chute towards the back. It has stamps and I'm not going to read the entire thing, but how cool is that? And then in the distance here, you can see the cemetery. We're going to try to head there later if I can figure out how to get there. So bear with me as we do that. But wow, this is neat. I'm not going to lie. Let's take a look and see what else is here. Whoa, if I don't fall first. The 10 Commandments. Pretty cool. Pretty neat spot here. You can see Virginia City down below. You can come here, have lunch, take a break from driving up that horrendous mountain. See, Silver Terrace cemeteries. You're facing east of for looking at Silver Terrace cemeteries. Silver Terrace was not only the Comstock complex, both Gold Hill and Silver City had their own cemeteries. Huh. It's a 30-acre ground cemetery, I believe. And apparently people will steal stuff from these. You can see the cemetery right on the hill there in front of us. And then you got another placard talking about the mining here in Virginia City. In the 1880s, there was a bustling industrial community of about 25,000 people, which included Gold Hill and the Silver City communities. Gold and silver mining was a corporate environment that was owned by either the Bank of California or the partnership of John Mackey, James Fair, James Flood, and William O'Brien. The gold and silver deposits became known as the Comstock Lode, were discovered in the spring of 1859 by two groups of placard miners at the head of what was later called Gold Canyon. TP Comstock claimed ownership of the ground the discovery was made, hence the name was attached to this by body of ore. The find brought California miners back over the Sierras to settle and eventually grow a community that became known as the richest place on earth. An industrial community, it consisted of every sort of business you can find in any major city of this size today. Schools, churches, saloons, restaurants, hotels, grocers, butchers, jewelers, gun dealers, lumberyards, hardware stores, undertakers, stockbrokers, newspapers, clothiers, photographers, builders, and masons, and of course, brothels and the railroad. Wow. And here's some, I'm not going to read this entire thing, because there's a lot of information here. But these photographs, apparently we are standing right here. And look at the size of this town compared to what it looks like now. This is awesome. Wow. Very cool. And you can pause this video at any point. And I'm going to zoom out here so you can read this entire thing if you want to. Zoom out, that kind of deal. But I can't read the entire thing. There's a lot of information here, though. I want to see places. I want to give you all the information that's possible, though. I don't want to make this a 30-minute video with just me talking. This talks about the Comstock lode. Near the spot was the heart of the Comstock lode, the fabulous 2.5-mile deposit of high-grade ore that produced nearly $400 million in silver and gold. After discovering 1856, Virginia City boomed for 20 years, helping bring Nevada into the Union in 1864 and build San Francisco. Huh. That's a lot of money. And got a map here that tells you where we are and where everything was. Wow. And apparently this is the head frame of the Comstock Keystone, and this went down to the mine shaft. That is very cool. And here's this is very neat here. All right, so all that's left to do now is to get our butts in gear and head into the heart of Virginia City down below us and start seeing some things. So if you want to read any of this for yourself, feel free to pause the video, because I'm not reading the entire thing. I will tell you that, because it just entirely takes up too much time. But this is some very cool information here. As you come into Virginia City, there's explains everything about the town's history almost. And now we're going to go check out some cool places and some cool museums and some cool sites. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of History Saver, and let's get to it. All right, so we're here at the cemetery in Virginia City, and you got a little pet cemetery here, and right here, Blackie, a hound dog. Huh. Very cool. This is pretty cool. So we're walking in now, and this is a place I've been wanting to see for a pretty long time. I've seen this on TV documentaries, but I'm gonna tell you what. Walking out here, dude, look at this around. So here's one right here. This is Mary Jane Simpson, killed in the fire of 1875. The following inscription was placed at her grave, sacred to the memory of Mary Jane Simpson. That within was only a mule, still she was nobody's fool. Stranger, tread lightly. Huh. And then a mule hitch at the top. Very cool. Alright, so we're entering the cemetery gates, and let me tell you what, I didn't know how exactly big this cemetery was, but it's huge. It is freaking massive. And wow, I don't even know where to start, man. I mean, I've always wanted to feel like I was stepping into the Wild West. Well, this is it. This is it. Wow. So I'm going to turn the camera around. I'm going to get the camera off of me. We're just going to kind of show you guys what we see as we walk through. So if I'm talking good, if not, enjoy the sights, because this is neat. So a lot of cool graves in here. I don't even know where to start. Like, apparently they had a lot of vandalism here, and there's an organization now, historical organization, that's taken part in this, and you can't be in here after dark. If you do, you will get arrested. I mean, simple as that, because people have vandalized this place so much. And I mean, just check this place out, man. They've replaced some markers, some grave markers, and I'm gonna tell you what, I have never in my life seen somewhere as neat as this. Now, if you don't have restoration, I imagine so, because nothing really like it does anywhere else, because there's no humidity. So it's a really neat place, and I mean, everything's just almost perfectly preserved. Here's James Parks, Company C, 83rd New York Infantry. That is neat. This is James McCready, a native of Shire, Scotland, 1832 to 1892. So very old. Wow, this is so neat. Freemason graves. I'm just in awe. I'm not talking a whole lot, guys. It's because I'm at a loss for words. Who would have thought this year I would visit not only Gettysburg, one of the places I've wanted to go since I was 9 years old, but then a few months later step into this place, another place I've wanted to go since I was a kid. And yeah, pretty surreal this year, I will say. There's nothing that compares to what I'm looking at right now. Absolutely nothing like this. In the middle of the cemetery. There are horses here, so that's the horse. And there are wild horses here. I saw one over here. So, what you're looking at is what I'm looking at right now as I make my way through the cemetery. Wow, John C. Dunlop, looking at this grave right here, 1848 to 1897, native of Canada. So a lot of people here died of fires and in the mines and all kinds of other things. Duels. This is pretty cool. Et Stocker died August 22nd, 1910, 63 years, native of Switzerland. Pretty neat. Got some old wood headstones still here. Right there. Some unmarked graves. You know what's neat is that a lot of this has been here, I mean, unchanged, because things do not age here like they do where I live. Look at this. Mary Martin, I believe it says, 43 years old. Can't see the date, so that's the original headstone. And you can see they're even still doing some mining today. It is very hot out here, and I'm probably getting burned up right now, if I had to guess. But so worth it. So worth it. I'm probably getting burned. My skin's dry as a freaking, I don't know what. Because I'm not used to the humid weather. I'm from the south, from Alabama, and there we have a lot of humidity. So here in the no humidity and just the heat, check this out. I was apparently original November 28, 1892, 35 years old. William Hughes. Here we go. Here's a soldier. Captain W.C. Jones, 14th Iowa Infantry. Wonder what his story was. Again, I thought it'd be neat just to take you guys on a look at what I'm looking at as I'm looking at it myself. So, Exempt Fireman Cemetery. Alright, so I'm extremely hot in my phone, which I'm filming this video on with my iPhone 12 Pro Max. Yeah, I know I'm cheating, but my phone's overheating. So we're going to continue in town, let this thing cool down and get it charged. And let's get out of here, dude, before I roast.